Please don't tell me that this flashback means what it means, what it means, what it means, what it means. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Welcome to Chris is Talking. This is your weekly Juni Taisen episode review. This is for episode 4, titled The Enemy, a Noble Primate. Now, this episode actually mainly focused on the monkey, Sharyu, I think that's what her name was, and it kind of showed us how powerful she was and how her mindset is and her backstory, and who else apart from myself actually thought, fuck, is she gonna die in this episode? What was the point of building her up? Because as we know, this series doesn't care who they kill. Every episode from the beginning is kind of like, oh, he's pretty, okay, she's dead, okay, cool. Oh, okay, he's dead. Oh, he's got cool power, okay, he's dead, it's cool. One thing they've all had in common was the fact that they all had flashbacks. So starting this episode with a flashback, I feel I was kind of like, oh no, please don't kill her. And then I was kind of like, wait a second, are you gonna, No, do not repeat the same fucking beat we've had from the first 3 episodes. We're in episode 4 now. Normally in the first 3 episodes is when you decide whether you're going to continue on with a series or not. And you may be wondering, why am I dressed like this? Well, several reasons. My hair is a fucking mess. So, do-rag is on. Hat is on, and also it's really boiling in my room, so I'm actually topless. What is wrong with me right now? Back to the review. So yeah, after the flashback, we then got to see some interaction between herself and the rat Nezumi, I think that's what his name was, and it was interesting because we actually got to see him speak a bit more about how he feels about the war, how he feels about violence, and his opinion about what's kind of going on, and it's been a few things that's been kind of made me wonder, like, what the hell? We do actually get some information about his ability and about his power. Ability, I say ability purely because as every episode has gone on, we have seen people to have different types of abilities which don't seem fucking normal. And obviously, Sharyu being trained by fucking 3 monkeys is kind of like that's not normal, you know? That's not normal, you know? His ability is he is able to read death on people's faces. Not be able to read their mind, but read death on people's faces, which is kind of interesting because I don't know how that would actually work. What would you even do? I guess it kind of lets you know, oh, this person's going to die, roughly when and roughly how. But what I want to know is, why do people recognize him? Considering that, like, from what we know, they haven't really had any interaction with each other. It's very peculiar that, like, they all recognize him from somewhere. Now, I wouldn't have thought anything about that if we never had in Sharyu's flashback we actually got to see the boar in, like, literally the boar was a person who ruined the war that she saved. That was crazy. It was only a small glimpse and she never saw her because she was fucking making some cake or something. I'm not really too sure. Sweets, as her partner actually mentioned it. But yeah, so like we got to see that some of their lives are intertwining with each other, and this leads me to believe that the rat probably does have a lot to do with them. Maybe he's like some omnipotent being. Maybe he does things through, like, well, we know that it's mentally, so he probably has some ability. I don't fucking know. What are your speculations? Oh, obviously, just want to kind of, before I continue on, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you are a regular subscriber, just check the notification bell, just because I know a lot of you guys don't get my videos out there, and I would just want to thank you, all of you, for over 700 subscribers, because what the actual hell. But it would be kind of cool if all of you actually were able to see some of my videos, or the ones who were interested. So yeah, just double check one of those. Sorry I had to do that. It's just, you know, when you're spending time making these videos, it's kind of like, who's watching my shit? Is it just me and Saitama? Once. It's just me. Saitama didn't even watch it. I was just watching the videos by myself. I was just kind of like, oh, there's a new view. Oh, I'm the one making the view. Yeah, back to the review. Sorry, I'm just all over the place. Just had some coffee. I've been editing all day, so I'm kind of like excited to be in front of the camera. So that was interesting. So the first part of the episode mostly focused on their interaction, their abilities, kind of speaking about that, Sharyu's backstory, 3 monkeys, which is kind of like, what? I don't understand what folktale, what they come from, or from the Chinese zodiacs, but what I do know is that in most shonen series, they follow, they loosely follow some of the storylines from, like, the Monkey King. And if you don't know about that, I don't really know about it myself, but I do remember when I was younger, I watched a movie called The Monkey King. I think it had Jackie Chan and Jet Li. I'm not too sure. Like, if you've seen it, let me know down below. I don't know. I don't know. If you know more about it, I know some of you guys will tell me. If you get to see the video, you will tell me exactly what I'm saying wrong. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the Chinese zodiac, the Japanese zodiac, and all of that, and the differences if you do know. Just because I'm too lazy. Suddenly, midway through the episode, we get to see a crow just appear in the sewers, and it's kind of like, oh, why is this crow appearing in the sewers? What's going on here? Which reminded Sherry that there's a necromancist out there, and there shouldn't be dead crows underground, especially in the sewers. So she's like, fuck. Her, Nezumi, they get the fuck out, and then they just kind of go up above ground. They get above ground. Who's there? The fucking rabbit and the snake guy. I think that's the snake, or the guy who got his head beheaded in the first fucking 10 seconds of the actual war, which is kind of like, heck. So it's 2 versus 1, the monkey and the snake. I think that's who it was. I don't know if it was the snake or it wasn't the snake. Basically, one of the twins, and Sharyu and Nezumi. So basically, you have the rat and the monkey versus the rabbit and a headless other one who is a snake. Possibly, probably, who knows. Obviously, the person is not that important because they got taken out quite straight away. That's pretty fucked. Now that we're in episode 4, I actually have a question for you guys. Do you guys think that this series is actually worth it? I'm going to keep watching it because I'm interested and intrigued as to where this story is going. If it wasn't for Sharyu not dying in this episode, I probably would have dropped it, just because every episode would have had the same kind of fucking tropes, the same thing of, oh, you showed a flashback, then they die. You showed a flashback, then they die. But in this one, she didn't die, and it was actually a setup for the next episode. So this is the first episode that's actually intertwined with the next one, because most of the people have died previously before. I did see a continuity. We actually got to see the ox and the horse still fighting, and it's kind of like, didn't you guys wrap up a while ago? Wasn't like, what's all of this? What's all this? Why are we seeing this again? Like, this is wrapped up, which makes me think maybe the ox that we saw at the end of the end of last week's episode may have actually been a clone, a doppelganger or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody else's ability, and their fight is still going on right now. Whoever is actually able to create this clone has done it to mess up how everything is working. But that being said, clones shouldn't be able to take out a like powered up fucking chicken. So who knows? It's really weird saying a powered up chicken. But yeah, overall this episode was pretty cool. I did like Sharyu's backstory. I was really intrigued with Nezumi's kind of ability and like how he was speaking, his mindset, and the differences between the two, as well as finding out more about Sharyu and about what she's actually done. And it's kind of crazy that she actually stopped 300 civil wars and 200 internal wars. I don't know, or was it the other way around? Basically, like 500 wars she stopped, which is mad. But she also states that she's actually failed to stop more wars than she can count, which is also kind of mad because she doesn't look that old unless she's actually mastered a chi or some shit. Who knows? Anyways, what was your favourite part of this episode? Are you going to continue to watch it? Who's your favourite one so far? Who is your money on to win this series? And please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future episode reviews of Juni Taisen, as well as other manga and anime stuff, which I think you may be interested. Have a great day. Chris is talking.